Muslims have lived here in Texas since 1854. We have established mosques, schools, and institutions that have served the greater community. We are socially, culturally, economically, and politically a well-integrated community by all measures. We are a community of proud Texans, proud Americans, and proud Muslims, without seeing the slightest conflict in any one of those three identities. In the over 150 years that this community has been here, never has there been a problem with the Muslim community trying to overthrow the system. Not once has there been a mosque or imam implementing an alternative set of laws. Not once has there been an instance of Muslims promoting anything unconstitutional that infringes on the rights of our non-Muslim friends and neighbors. These aren't alternate facts, they're just facts. The representative didn't reach out to us through one of the many mosques in Texas, some in his own district, to learn about us as a community and how we understand and practice our faith as Texas Muslims. Instead, he decided to put us through a litmus test that is grounded in intimidation. These loyalty tests are not new in America, and they essentially imply a second-class citizenship on the part of those who receive them. We reject that status and characterization. By sending out these letters, by the way, with the big red urgent reply ASAP, I'd like to send him an invitation to his local mosque with an urgent reply ASAP in red letters. By sending us these letters, dictated by Islamophobes and hate groups not even based in our state, he's negating decades of interfaith dialogue, multi-faith cooperation, and civic engagement here in Texas. I invite any one of our government officials or neighbors to our mosques to get to know us in the spirit of friendship and not suspicion. There are over 500,000 Muslims in Texas. Surely you can find someone to speak to here at home, and someone that isn't listed as an anti-Muslim fearmonger by the Southern Poverty Law Center.
The MRM declaration rejects bigotry against all people based on gender, sexual orientation, and gender expression. Does this mean that Representative Biedermann will also oppose SB 6, which discriminates against Texans based on sexual orientation, or any other legislation that discriminates against other Texans? It also supports the separation of mosque and state. Will Representative Biedermann support the separation of church and state and oppose religious refusal laws or any attempt to divert taxpayer money to religious education? And finally, the declaration affirms the right of all people to express and practice their faith or non-faith without threat of intimidation. Will Representative Biedermann commit to defending the rights of all Texans to worship as they see fit, including Muslim American Texans? And finally, I want to emphasize that Texas's strength is in its diversity. This is one of the most diverse states in the country, and that is what makes it strong. And in fact, it has one of the largest, if not the largest, Muslim American population with over 400,000 residents. And so if he truly cares about Texas, then he should be defending the religious freedom rights of all Texans of all faiths.
We need to send a message to Mayor Beth Van Dyne that the city of Irving constitutes a majority of Muslims and Hispanics, and for Mayor Beth Van Dyne to engage in a seminar that is anti-immigrant, anti-Muslim, and is in direct conflict with the constituents of Irving is reprehensible, unconscionable, and unacceptable. Today we call on Mayor Beth Van Dyne and the citizens of Irving to call her and demand that she withdraw her participation from this repugnant seminar that will be held today. We call on the citizens of Irving to speak out against this hate-based message of Kyle Biedermann, and we will begin the process of mass mobilization, of text messaging, of Facebook, on Twitter, calling on Mayor Beth Van Dyne to withdraw tomorrow from this horrendous seminar that she is a participant. And I'd like to add that there's not been one instance, one arrest, one FBI apprehension of any terrorists coming from the southern border, and we reject categorically Donald Trump's insistence on building a wall that is offensive to the citizens of the lower border states. It's offensive to Mexicans, and it's offensive to all Americans.